Team Terry here.
Morning.
I'm Kimberly.
I'm Dave.
So we're going to talk about, we've been on the road for a whole month.
Yes, went by fast.
So we're going to talk about what we learned and what went wrong, and hopefully it can help other people out on their first month. So we'll let Dave start with the first one.
Our first one is when you go into a campground, first thing you do, or well, you do over the time, is put your antenna up. And our first trip, we broke camp, got everything put away, and started driving away, and a guy come chasing us down, letting us know that our antenna was still up. We've seen others that didn't get the chance like we did, and ripped the antenna right off top of their roof.
Right, we've seen several people, and we've done it twice, not just once.
Second thing is we left one spot down in Florida, and I filled the water tank all the way up, and we were headed to South Carolina. And I don't know, it just seems like it kind of wants to wander a little bit with all the extra weight onto it with the water. It may be me, or maybe I didn't have it full enough, or whatever, but unless you're going to go boondocking, I wouldn't really recommend topping your tanks off like that.
No, because we hold 90 gallons of water. So it was a bit heavy for us. So we, unless I would recommend that you top it off somewhere right before that you enter the place that you're boondocking and you're not able to have any water. That was it really swayed with that water in there, so.
Our next thing is
Number 3?
packing a lunch in the morning before you leave to make a nice long drive.
Yeah, because then you're not spending the money to grab something real quick because you're hungry. So we really decided that we need to pack something to eat and snacks before we leave to our next destination.
The next thing is
Number 4?
Number 4 is check out where we're going. Or check out the next stop that you're planning on making in your next campground. We had most of ours reserved. Kimberly did a very good job. She has everything planned out. But the routes, there's different routes you can take. And use your GPS, but that brings us into another problem, is don't rely on your GPSs all that much, because we've had several problems where it's taken us to the wrong spot, and then you got to find a spot to turn around and come back out.
I had my hair up the whole time. We got to start over.
No way.
Yes. We have to start over.
This is live. No, we don't start over. This is live. Sorry, everybody.
I can't have my hair like that.
We're gonna
start over.
We're gonna keep on rolling.
Start over. Hi.
No,
I can't have my hair up like that.
Honey, we're live. Why? We're not fake. We're live. All right. Another thing. Step number 5. Now I got her hair on my mind. Number 5 on our list is on our slides. You have a bar that actually keeps it in place as you're traveling. Well, I had my wife make up these little stickers to put on the dashboard so I could see before I left, a checkoff sheet type thing. Well, don't work.
No, he doesn't read them.
I forgot to read it. That goes with the antenna, the slide,
the bar.
So we haven't been using the bar after the first time.
That we forgot to take it out.
We forgot to take it out. And that's not good. Number 6. Drive past your campsite after you leave your campsite, just to make sure that you haven't forgot anything. Make sure all the trash, make sure it's cleaner than when you went in there.
Yes.
So the next people in. If you're boondocking, I see a lot of it with other YouTubers saying on how they go to different spots and how trashy they are. And we're going to end up losing our chances to boondock out in BLM land and things like this if we don't start picking up after
Or
you when you
national
leave.
parks.
Or national parks.
And that leads us to number 7, because keep an eye on your camera lens.
Yes.
I lost my Canon camera lens, and we looked everywhere for it. We went to the office where we were staying. They didn't find it. And then I would say 2 or 3 campgrounds later, I found it in a basket in the RV.
In a basket right next to where she sits up front with me in the coach.
And I looked in there like 3 times. So, but anyway, at least we found it, and I don't have to get a new one.
Number 8 is Gas Buddy.
Oh,
It's not right.
no.
They don't keep it updated. We had one spot when we were coming up 95 that said it was
79.
$2.79 a gallon, and then you actually get there and it's like $3.05 a gallon. So
Right.
you can't go by that. Basically, what we do is we're going up the highways. You'll see the signs that they have out along the highways for the truck stops or fuel stations, gas stations, and it'll tell you exactly how much it is a gallon.
We have a little cheat sheet down here.
We keep an eye on to now, we keep track of where we stopped and got fuel. Other places that we didn't have time to stop at because we were in transit to another location. We keep an eye, a list on that, so we know next time if we're coming down 95 or going up 95, hey, we stayed at this camp resort, or we stayed at this campground, or we stayed at this national park, got fuel here, got fuel there.
Sorry
we know.
about. There's a boat going by. Sorry about that.
Step number 9 on our list is
What's the rush?
right. We're in no rush.
It always seems like when you get behind the wheel that you're in a rush. We have to take the time to realize that we're not in a rush.
That was that's my fault really, because once I get everything done outside, Kimberly's still trying to just situate everything, get the dogs calmed down because they get all hyper and everything when they know we're moving out. And I'm automatically ready to roll. I hit the brake off and I'm ready to go. So, she's got it drilled into my head now that, what's the rush? Take your time, let me get set down, get the seatbelt on, everything like that before you start moving. It's a lot safer too, because if I had to jam on the brakes from some dog or some person or some kid running out or riding out, I wouldn't put her through the windshield when I slammed the brakes on.
And our last but not least and the most important is...
Don't overpack. I have overpacked.
And me too.
Big time on tools. I figured I'd need all these wrenches in case something broke down. I probably got close to 500 pounds of tools that I haven't even looked at since we've been on the road. Not saying I might not need it, but I've heard other people talk about if you haven't used it in such a long time, then you didn't need it. I guess I'm learning the hard way. I should have listened to Ben and Rebecca because they're very good at that, where they say, you don't need all the stuff that you think you need. Driving and Vibing is another group. They're the same way.
Minimize.
Minimize, minimize, minimize.
Because when we first took off, if you look in our first, not the first vlog, but when we left for the trip that we're on right now, it was just overwhelming at first how much weight we had in the coach. So, but it seems a little better now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot better now. But see, the water tank's down and everything. But if I know we're going to be on the road, like we're going to be on the road for the next couple of days when we leave here, I'm going to make sure we got enough water to use.
Because we have to boondock or asphalt boondock for a couple nights until we get into Pennsylvania.
I'm going to use some truck stops, or what do they call them? They're not truck stops. They're called rest stops or whatever. I'm going to take advantage of them because hey, it's free. But, you know, you always buy something from their store or restaurant or whatever.
Well, I'd like to thank you guys for watching us and our new subscribers. And make sure if you're watching this that you do subscribe.
If you haven't already. Don't do it again, because if you hit subscribe after you've already done it once, it knocks you back off. It says you're not subscribed any longer. So if you've already subscribed, you don't have to do it.
Give it a thumbs up, a thumbs down. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. And I really appreciate everyone that watches our channel.
And make a comment down below. And let us know if there's anything special you want us to talk about, see. Let us know.
Ring that bell.
Yeah, ding.
Get a notification when we put up a new video. We usually do 1 to 2 videos a week, depending, you know, on the internet. So, lots more to come.
Catch you on the road.
Catch you on the road. Thank you for watching.
And give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. Also, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And share it with your friends and family.
We need 1,000 subscribers. Make sure you ring that bell so you get a notification.
Catch you on the road.
Bye.